Hello everyone and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making French onion soup. We are making it in the crock pot. And let me tell you, this French onion soup will blow your mind. It is so delicious, so tasty, and it takes a long time, so it takes a bit of a time commitment, but it's all in the crock pot, so it's really simple. You can just kind of like let this cook in the background. Just pay attention to the times. It does take a long time to get to where it needs to be, but for the amount of ingredients that you're putting in here and the amount of work that you're putting in, the flavor that you get on the back end of this is incredible. Like, I was blown away by how flavorful this is with the few amount of ingredients that I used for it. So without further ado, let's start chopping onions. One note, if you have any tricks for chopping onions without crying, this is the place to use them because we're going to be chopping a lot of onions.
Okay, and here are my onions. I'm using about 4 large ones, but you want to be going for about 3 pounds regardless of the size of your onions. And I just chopped these into strips, that way they'll maintain a nice texture for our soup. And these are all just going straight into the crock pot, and my crock pot is set on low. These are all going to cook for about 14 hours. We're going to add in about 2 tablespoons of butter, and then we're going to follow that up with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. After we get our olive oil in there, we want to go ahead and add a little bit of seasoning. So we're going to do 1 tablespoon of salt and about 2 teaspoons of black pepper. And then we're going to go ahead and put the lid on this and let this cook for about 14 hours. This is what we're looking like about 4 hours into the process. So we've got some liquid down there. And they're starting to smell really good, and some of them are starting to get a little bit browned. After 14 hours, this is what it looks like. It's amazing how deep and dark those onions get just in the crock pot. But we are not finished yet. We do have a couple more ingredients that we want to go ahead and add in here. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. That's really just going to deepen the flavor even more, give us a little bit of acidity, just really add to those flavors. And then we're also going to add in about 8 cups of beef broth. If you want to use bone broth here, it is actually a great place to use that as well. So 8 cups of beef broth, and just go ahead and give that a stir. And then once you've got that stirred in, it's a really good time to just kind of take a quick test of the broth and see if the seasoning level is good. If it's lacking salt, like mine was here, you can add another couple teaspoons of salt in there. And then I also like to add in some fresh thyme. So I'm just going to add a little bundle of thyme leaves here. I'm not taking them off of the stems or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and stir them in just like that, and we're just going to stir that into the soup. The crock pot is going to remain on low for another 6 to 8 hours. And here is our finished product. I did pull out the thyme branches, leaves, stems, thyme stems. I pulled those out and just discarded those. But this is just a lovely, deep, dark soup. It's really got that umami flavor, and it is just so savory and good. And you can do whatever you want with it from this point. If you want to put a baguette or a crouton in there and top it with cheese, I normally just go ahead and top it with a little bit of Gruyere cheese, because I usually serve it with sandwiches, as you see here in the background. So You can do what you want with it, but it is a phenomenal, phenomenal soup. It does take a really long time, but the amount of hands-on work is very low, and the flavor is just out of this world. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and God bless.